Hello, Spiritual Collective. So, I wanted to do a separate video about this, just a brief video about how, as a spiritual person, as someone who's actually engaged with occult practices, spirituality, if you've ever had any intense spiritual things that have happened in your life, if you've had these things happen to you and you've been able to connect and travel and go to these other places, this stays with you. This is, in essence, this is a part of who you are. This is ingrained within your energetic blueprint of who you are, okay? So, and I really had this, like, I know this concept, and I know people speak of it, and I've had it come to me a few times over, how people will react. And over the years, like, it used to affect me a lot more because of the extreme ways people would interact. And not everyone, obviously, but enough people that it's odd enough to be like, okay, why do I have so many people acting so triggered around me while I'm not even doing anything? I'm just existing. And this probably happens to you. You walking around doing something, minding your own business, working, or you're in a store or something. You're just being yourself, and you get like these odd reactions, extreme reactions to who you are. And I'm like, okay, I'm going through all these scenarios, and one of them obviously, was spiritual. And so I understood this concept, but it really was cemented the other day. And it was interesting because right when I was thinking about it, I was walking. And so I walked by a coworker, and they had like a kind of a triggered response. And again, I wasn't even doing anything. I wasn't saying anything. I was just walking forward past them. And I really was thinking, like, yeah, this is all those places that you've been, those deities that you've had contact with. When you left your body, when you went other places, when you've heard guidance, when you've felt these beings, when you've had interactions with them, this is all a part of who you are. This is all in your energetic blueprint, in your energetic field. So on a subconscious level, when people interact with you, they could be tapping into the part that has been on the other side. It could be having an effect with their energy, with their soul, with their energy of who they are, depending on their spiritual makeup, if they have that. I mean, that's a debate too. But so this triggers something, especially people who aren't comfortable with spirituality or the other side, or who say they believe, they practice lightweight Christianity or something. They're not really delving deep. They say they believe in stuff, but then they just really don't want to have anything to do with it. That type. Or the atheistic, or, there's a spectrum, right? But there's a lot of people who are not really comfortable with delving as deep as you have. If you've done this really intense work, and you've gone to these places, and you've done these things, and you've had these experiences, part of their subconscious mind picks up on that when they interact with you, or their energetic body reads that, and it has an effect. It really does. There is something about that that is really triggering to a lot of people. Why they can't look you in the eye. Why they can't, like, you glance at that, like, you're not staring at them, you're not looking at it, you just happen to, and, like, I've had people ask me for help on my job, they come up to me, and then they act like that. They can't look me in the face, they can't look in my eyes. It's the weirdest thing. I'm like, again, not everybody, but I'm sure this has happened to you. You've had these really weird experiences with really weird triggered responses from people, and that is one of the main reasons. I Really, again, it's hard, especially when you first really start noticing it. I mean, with time, you're like, okay, okay, whatever, I get it, whatever. But, it's unsettling. It can be disheartening. Like, what is wrong with me? Why are people reacting to me when I'm just being myself, when I'm just existing, I'm not doing anything out of the ordinary? Like, some of these people act really strange. Like, you're not doing anything crazy, but they act really out of ordinary. Like, they just, like, what are they doing? Acting crazy. Again, it's a spectrum of responses that you'll get, but this is part of it. This is a large part of it. And the more you dive into spirituality, probably it's not going to go away. It's never going to go away. You're just going to have to get used to it, and you're just going to have to, like, see it for what it is. That's all you can do. These people, whatever they're dealing with on the inside, they haven't faced something. They haven't looked deeper. And they're afraid to really tap in and get in tune with the other side. There's something that really frightens them there. Maybe there's something that they need to face there that is really scary because they've let it go. And again, there are some really evil people out there too. So you gotta understand too that what you could be triggering in those people as well. Okay. So anyways, that's I'll probably do some more video like in the future. I'm sure this topic will come up again because it's just so a natural part of our lives. I know it's a natural part of my life. But yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. But yeah, that's a large part of what it is. It's not going to go away. All you can do is get stronger, alchemize it, and move forward with your life. Don't let that discourage you. Don't take it personally, because it isn't about you. It really is about them. Okay? So, that's all I had to say on that for now. Blessings. Take it easy. Don't let it stress you.